We're gonna start with the Oscars.
Yeah, I mean the order that you put up.
Because
And
well,
All right, and
I
I'll read
haven't.
it out. I'll read it. I'll read out the topic list because you're talking
Okay,
from your phone. So I'll do that. So just introduce, and then we'll go from there.
all right,
Whenever you're ready.
all right. Yep. All right,
Sorry.
Creed. All right. What up, y'all?
oh,
ToT
we back.
family. What's going on? We are back for another episode. This is your boy Ed. To your left is my man
What
D.
up,
What up?
y'all? What up, y'all? Young Bobby Flay, aka Emerald Gowski. You know, and chefing it up as usual.
Yeah, got my man from the West Coast, Cam. What up?
What up, man? This Cam, the AKA the Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
Holla, holla. And we making a guest appearance. Well, he's not really a guest. He's been on here for a few times. You know what I'm saying? Got my man Pope. What up, Pope?
Yo, what up, B? I'm back. I'm back like Shaq's back or whatever. I got nothing. I'm tired already. Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. We taking it back. Taking it back.
Sorry,
I had
Cam
mad
gonna
too.
send this dumbass picture while we talking, yo.
Cameron be here shortly. They got him walking around Queens.
Yeah, I'm
He
about
ain't
to put
paid
his
his Brooklyn
Barcelona picture
tax.
here.
Get on, fool.
Oh man! Oh, all right, guys. Tonight we're gonna go talk about the Oscars. We're gonna talk about Chris Rock as a host, what we thought about it. We're also gonna touch on Steph Curry. Again, is he
Oh
the
my
greatest shooter
baby.
ever? Is Golden State the greatest team ever? We're gonna talk about a case in New York, which will it's kind of a low point, but it's a rape case. Because Anthony got accused of rape, so he could touch on that. We're gonna, I'm joking, and we're also gonna talk
Yeah.
about Donald Trump and his KKK endorsement, and lastly, we're gonna finish up with Apple and their back and forth with the feds. So, I guess we could start with the Oscars. Did any of you guys watch it?
Nah.
Nah,
Nope.
I took the protest wave, so I didn't watch the Oscars this year. I was mad Creed didn't get nominated. That was my big gripe and beef. So I ain't watch it.
Soul
I
Plane 2
think the
didn't get nominated either. I know
yeah,
that
which
bothered
which
me.
one which one they get nominated, Pope?
Soul Plane 2.
Who?
Soul Plane 2.
No,
Okay.
listen, y'all. People think, listen. Normally, I've been tied to associate myself with just the Black Power movement. But on this case, Creed was an excellent movie. It had nothing to do with Creed, but it was just a good movie overall. It was an excellent movie, and it should have been nominated.
It had
Like it
nothing to
was
do with
really good.
Creed.
It was on Rocky One level, and it takes a lot for me to say that it was on that level, and he pulled
$100
it
million
off.
dollar contract.
He pulled it off. He really pulled it off, and he should have got nominated at least for that. So
You know what it is? They have it's like a formula with these Oscar movies where I think they when you make a movie, it's like, all right, we know this film. If it comes out during this time, it's gonna be Oscar nominated. And for some reason, Creed, I guess when it came out, it didn't build up enough steam in time, but it's definitely an Oscar-worthy movie to be up.
I don't know if you can say that because Sylvester Stallone got nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Well, I'm like the movie itself. It's weird that like, say for example, Mad Max, a summer movie. I was shocked that it was on the list. You never
me
see that.
too.
I always
I
feel
was
like Academy Award winning movies come out in December, like December 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they look for anymore. I don't know what like
But
you said, D, what gets you into the ballot, man. I don't.
did Mad Max get nominated for anything beyond like visual stuff? I know he got nominated for a bunch of visual Oscars and won a
Dude,
bunch too.
it won like 5 Academy Awards.
Yeah, but it was all like visual and cinematography and stuff like that.
But
Yeah,
we
but
said yeah.
it was up for movie of the year as well, which was surprising.
I think Mad Max had taken home like some sound award, and then one of the ladies from the not the Bad Brains. What's the one group that one host is always? It's like a legendary punk group. Um, Henry Rollins was his group. You guys
Henry
know?
Rollins?
Yeah, not
Damn,
the
I
Bad
can't,
Brain.
I
Black
can't
Flag.
remember. Okay,
Black Flag.
did
So
not
one
know
of the
that.
members, the female members, was actually in film, and she was a part of that Mad Max. So it's like crazy. One of the members of Black Flag won a Oscar. It's nuts.
It's crazy is the director of Mad Max, he won for I think cinematography or some shit. Oh, the movie
Mm-hmm.
won it, but his wife also won for editing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was his
the
wife?
movie.
Yeah.
She went in.
Well, we said when it came out, that it should have won it for that when we said it, when it came out, what it had, but for it to be best movie of the year, I don't know about all that, man.
It won Best Movie of the Year.
No,
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 Nah,
no,
to
no.
be in the category.
Spotlight one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Oscar movies, did you guys watch any of those Oscar nominated films? I
Just
think it
one.
was
Yes.
which one? Which one was the one you watched?
The one we just talked about. I've been behind, man. It's just weird.
I've seen The Martian. I've seen the Tom Hanks joint. I've
Bridge of
seen
Spies.
I
yes,
almost watched that on the
I've seen
plane. I
Bridget
saw that.
Spies. I've seen Bridget Spies. What else is there? I seen Creed, The Martian. That was it.
Creed didn't make it, man.
Creed wasn't nominated for
See, I
movie of the
keep
year.
I keep I keep putting them in there, but that's it. Oh,
Yeah,
and I seen Leonardo's joint. I seen that too.
yeah, I saw The Martian, I saw Revenant, I
Revenant.
saw uh
Well, I get was the
Mad
Hateful Eight
Max.
part of that? No, Hateful Eight wasn't part of that, right?
Nah,
No.
not
No.
for
Okay.
best movie.
Okay.
I'll give you guys a list. It was Spotlight,
Nope,
Big Short,
Nope.
nope. I want to see that though.
Bridge of Spies.
I didn't
Yeah.
I
see
do
it.
want to see that.
Seen that.
Okay. I seen that. That was actually good.
Yeah, it was good.
Brooklyn,
Nope.
Mad
That-
Max, Fury
That's
Road.
is that Spike
Yeah.
Lee joint?
Seen
Nah,
that.
Brooklyn. That's Crooklyn Pope.
Okay.
The Martian
Yeah, I saw
Seen
that.
it. Seen that.
It's good, yo.
and The Revenant.
Revenant.
Seen
Revenant,
that. That was
son.
good. The Martian
And
Revenant was good.
what about Room?
I didn't see that.
Nah, Room or The Room? Let's clarify.
Oh, it's called Room.
Okay, you don't want to watch The Room. That's a whole different bag of worms. You don't want to
What's
open
that?
It's a horror movie?
it. Let me give y'all a fair synopsis. Y'all keep going. I don't want to.
Yo, speaking of movies, I just told you the other day I saw Night of the Living Dead, the first one.
With Obama?
That dude is Obama, and I didn't even know it, yo. I told D, I say, yo, this is Obama. Yo, when he decked the chick, yo, it sounds shut up, women. Yo, I was like, yo, Obama's decking chick. Yo, that movie, man, that dude is straight Obama, yo. Straight Obama. And it was the hardest ending I've ever seen in my life, yo.
Yo, Ed, did you write this review? I see. My review of Night of the Living Dead starring Barack Obama.
Yo,
Wait, someone wrote that?
yo, Pope. It has his mannerisms, his speech, the way everything. I was like, that's got to be Obama's cousin, yo. It's got to be, yo. I gotta look that up, yo.
Yo,
Oh.
we got a fifth lion in the house. What's going on?
Yeah, Slowpoke.
Yeah, I'm
McGruff.
here. I'm chilling. 2003 American Romantic Drama. What the hell is this?
You got a bag of peas under your eye, man?
Nah, chilling.
Now we were just clarifying the difference between The Room and Room, so people won't mistake and watch the other one. So
So The Room came out in 2003 and is a romantic drama.
yeah, something boring. Like, but that's my point. This is what I was trying to get back. So you were asking like earlier, did some of us watch the Oscars? I personally, I don't want to say I've boycotted it in a sense. I'm not interested in it because a lot of the movies that get nominated are boring, or I've been privy to certain knowledge of how some of our Oscar voting is done,
Which
and
is
not the best. Well, not the best movies get picked. It's all about word of mouth and hype, and not these people. These people that have been nominated to or been elected to watch these movies don't watch everything. It's impossible, but it's all like, oh, I heard this movie is good. Let me watch it, and they pick those based on a lot of hype and generated pub instead of going out and actually seeing like what's really the good movies out there. Because like I said, Creed wasn't nominated. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
It should have been in consideration, not because it's a black and white thing. It's just because the bottom line, it's a good movie to watch, and it has substance. It has good story, good character development, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. But that's been going on for years. I mean, a lot of movies that I have a lot of issues with the Oscars where one part of it is like, okay, certain movies should win but don't, or certain actors should win for certain roles but don't.
See, yeah,
There is
like
a lack
they
that
they
lack
did
of
that
diversity.
they did that with what was it? The supporting
Everybody.
actor, like the
Yeah.
guy who won. Like I thought Bridget Spies was good, but the guy was barely in the movie who won supporting actor. I was like, how do you not give it to like
Oh,
Yeah.
word.
yeah, like he was good, but honestly, and was he in the film for like
Not too
20 minutes
long.
screen time of
Yeah.
total?
Yep.
Literally in the
That,
beginning, a little bit in the
in
middle,
the
and then
middle
the end.
and the end. That's it. That's it.
Even he was shocked. He was like, "Yo, I'm just happy to be here." I was like, "Yep."
Yep. But it was a good
But
movie though. But yeah.
it's crazy because how did Tom Hanks get nominated for Best Actor?
Nah, I don't
I
think
don't know if he
so.
did. So like Tom Hanks had a bigger role in the film, and he was to me more important than the supporting actor. But
But that's the
th-
same thing. That's the
that's
same
what
thing
Cam
with
is saying. Like it's confusing. Like why they just making decisions for I don't know why they do it.
like how did Sylvester Stallone get nominated for Best Supporting Actor, but not this dude Creed.
Well, Sylvester Stallone had a big role in that movie too. You know,
But
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
he's
but
kids.
probably
Michael
the
B.
best.
Jordan was really good in that joint, yo. It wasn't
Yeah,
like
he was.
he wasn't
He was,
slacking.
but I think
But
Sylvester carried the film.
yeah, Sylvester. I don't want to be a spoiler alert, but fuck it. When he had that fuck it, yo. I'm not holding back. Yo, when he had the cancer shit, he had to go through the cancer thing. It was good. He pulled it off. He had a good story in that. Like he really did his thing. So I wasn't
He,
mad about
he
that.
he was the glue. Like I feel like if they try to make Creed 2 and Sylvester's not in it,
It's
it's
over.
gonna be a tough sell for me.
Yeah.
He better his dad better be a ghost. Creed 2, The Return of Apollo.
She's a Jedi. Yep.
Word.
Hey yo, Yoda. I need your help.
Crazy.
Did you guys see Chris Rock's opening set?
Monologue.
Yeah, the monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was dope.
What you guys think about it?
I
Yeah.
thought it was good. I thought it was
thought it was
good.
good.
It was one of those things where he could have probably went way more in Chris Rock's keys than he did. I think he pulled back a little bit, but he did a good balance between making white people feel uncomfortable, acknowledging the dumbness that was going on, but then also poking fun at the dumbness that was just going on. So I thought he did a good job of just kind of putting it, balancing it all together.
Yeah. He said what needed to be said. He didn't go too overboard.
No, he didn't.
And I don't know. No, I said he did it, and I don't think you can in
what was
that
he supposed to
position.
say?
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing.
Look, there's one side of me that says Chris Rock is a comedian. He's not a social analyst of what's going on. He doesn't represent the whole of the people. He's a small portion that represents us. So I'm not going to expect him to be the voice of reason at the Oscars to have the statement of the year to say, hey, this is what's really going on. I
He
get
had
what
the
he was trying to.
platform though, Cam.
Yeah, I
And
know, but
a
he
lot
didn't.
of comedians say like it was George Carlin. You know
Mm,
George Carlin would have said something, but yeah,
yeah.
Well,
I don't
my
think
thing
he.
is, like,
I think he scratched the surface.
what was he? What did you want him to say?
Well, the fact is, okay, you guys read the Sean King article, and I have my gripes with Sean King as well. I mean, but another brother pointed out, he was like, Chris Rock was you forgot to talk about the lack of diversity in cinema, not just black people, but it's being absent on screen, but everybody. He has to have a comedic conversation about the people of color that shafted all walks of life, including movie making. I mean, he was making like low fruit hanging shows. I was like,
But why
he
is
was
it?
saying,
but
no,
why-
but this is what I was trying to get.
Okay.
So he's saying right now, back in the day, people had better issues to talk about.
hmm
And he said right now, he said everybody's bored and we just have nothing to talk about but the Oscars. I was like, you're wrong.
I don't
Kids
think
are
that's. I didn't see it as that though.
No, but he really didn't do it. I mean, look, he scratched the surface. He tried to go there, but he didn't really go there like he should have because he tried to make it he made it uncomfortable, but he kind of backed off his stronger point. He could have made stronger viewpoints. Again, I'm not holding Chris Rock accountable for being that guy that was supposed to do that. That's not his job. He's a comedian at best. He's a host. He got paid to to entertain, and like he kind of took back some of the fire from what could have really been said. He didn't really take it where I wanted him to take it. If you're gonna do that and take the responsibility, go all the way, because it's a real big issue, and I feel like he really didn't do that justice. I mean, to me, he was kind of halfway cooning and shucking and jiving out there. In my eyes, that's just my opinion of it. If you're gonna do that, go all the way, because these are real issues. I feel like if you're gonna make a statement, make a statement. Just don't scratch the surface and then back up off of it. You know, make it uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you look at Kendrick's Grammy appearance, he didn't hold nothing back from that performance, and he made people uncomfortable. But he told us he said something. I feel like Chris Rock said a little bit, but he didn't say as much as it needed to be said. That's just my opinion of how I saw it. I'm not mad at the brother for doing it, but again, it is the Oscars. I have really no opinion of it, but I did notice it, and I was gonna speak on it because he did do that. You know, if he didn't do that, I would have had no opinion of him, regardless if he did it. I understand, brother got to get paid. You know, you want to boycott, and he was right. It was funny when he said people that always say boycott is the people that's unemployed. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he had good jokes. It was funny, but, I mean, you can't compare, like, the struggle to, like, people getting hung and then say that the people that are complaining now don't have any real issues, because there are real issues. The cops killing kids out here, that's a real issue. You got Flint, all this other, this a bunch of issues we arguing about. The Oscars just happen to be one of them. You a part of, brother.
Yeah, but also too, like one thing people forget is comedians are usually the best social commentaries of stuff that's going on, and also too, the other part that I thought was interesting is like, and this is like working at BET and seeing all the comments that happen with all the stuff is like, especially when it comes for black folks in general, like we have these like really crazy unrealistic expectations of like every single person just happened to be in the public spotlight. So it's almost like it didn't really matter what he said, someone wasn't going to be happy regardless. So it was, I actually thought Chris Rock was smart for just being Chris Rock. Like, yo, this is me, I'm going to do my thing. And so I might hit a little parts that people wanted, I might not, but I'm still going to be me and be proud of the work that I did. So I think that's the one part that I thought was actually cool, because it's like all his commentary sounded like Chris Rock. This is the kind of stuff that he would talk about. And he, out of most comedians, he is probably the most people that actually like touches on political stuff. Quick. Yeah, he actually touches on political. He talks about racial stuff. He talks about different things. So it was interesting that I was interesting that to see, you know, certain people be like, oh man, he was shucking and jiving and da da da. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, he's doing Chris Rock. And
man,
so,
he was kind of corny, Cam. He was corny.
No, but he was still corny Chris Rock, but he was still Chris Rock. And that's the part that I think that.
But what about the other actors, the Asian Hispanics?
See, I only watched the monologue, so I didn't watch the rest of it. So I don't
I only watched the monologue. Hold on, Aaron, go ahead, say what you gonna say.
Now, I think what Cam was trying to say is, yesterday Chris Rock should have never came on the mic as Chris Rock and come on as somebody who's tired of the situation what's going on. Like, and we all, like you said,
I actually disagree with that.
Wait, let him finish.
Sorry about that.
The reason why I say that is because he did exactly what you knew he was going to do. He was going to be him. He was going to say something that's political, but yet make it funny. And maybe at that time, this is not a joking matter. At one point, somebody has to, like Cam said, do some Kendrick Lamar and shake up everybody. Don't be yourself and be like, you know what, motherfuckers, I'm tired of this, man. Like, and don't make jokes out of it, because once you do that, it's almost like, okay, they mad, but Chris Rock just made it laughable, and this shit ain't laughable. At the end of the day,
I'm so over the black
but that's you, Cam, so over it.
But the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm so steeped into seeing on an everyday basis of the commentary of Black America, and so like that's why I was laughing, because one of the best things that Chris Rock ever said was like, he was like, you know, in the '60s, you know, my dad had to go through racism every fucking day. He's like, me, I had to go through racism once a week. My kids, they go through racism every other month. So the different type of level of racism that happens to the current situation is so removed now. So he was like, so again, he was basically making the point as like, all these people that want to like holler and hoot about what's going down. Yes, the Oscars have been fucking white for the last like 88 times. Like this is not nothing new. And the thing that everyone's mad about is at this specific juncture where we're like, okay, now we have social media. Now we have all these other things to actually show and say, have a voice about what's going on. Because last year, and, you know, just not to go too much off on a tangent, but I think it was AJ Plus or HuffPost Black Voices. They did a good video of talking about, out of all the Oscars, there's like 1,000 nominations. Out of those 1,000 nominations, there's only like 135 nominations of people of color. Out of those 135 people of color, they broke down like all the roles, and they were like, of the roles that were for, best actor, 10 of them were for people that came out of jail. The next 10 were people from single parent homes. The next 5 were drug addicts. And then they broke it down even more. Like, of the people that actually got nominated for best actor or actresses things, it was black males, and there's only 4 of them: Denzel, freaking Sidney Poitier, Morgan Freeman, and I forgot somebody else. Oh, and so
Wesley Snipes.
yeah, it was Wesley Snipes. but again, it goes back to, so it's like, it's one of those points where, like, as again with Black America, where it's like, yes, that's awesome that all of a sudden now 2015, 2016, you're an activist and you're all up in the Black Lives Matter movement. Oh, that's so awesome. But at the same time, it's like, all right, dude, that's cool that you've been into it for the last like 37 minutes, but let's be realistic. And also, like what do you really expect from a comedian that's on a public stage to say about your specific movement?
But
like,
don't let that title of a comedian make an excuse, Cam. Don't let this title, because he's a comedian, means he can't keep it 100.
But that's the point I'm getting to. And that's what I'm getting to, because as a comedian, he's a social commentator. So as a social commentator, he said his social commentating about the certain aspects.
Can I ask you a question, Cam?
But if you want him to come up there and be Malcolm X, MLK, fucking, whatever, it's like, where does that expectation come from? Just like for Kanye, everyone's like, yo, Kendrick did it on the Oscars. Why isn't Kanye talking about all this stuff? It's
okay, hold on, Cam.
That's somebody else's fault.
But real quick. And so you mean to tell me right now, if I was to slap one of Chris Rock's kids, he gonna be a comedian at me and make a joke as he's fighting me, or is he gonna be real and defend his kids?
But
that's more personal, and
it's the same thing, because this is personal too.
But you're saying a comedian is not going to be real. That's the part I'm getting.
No, this is my problem with it, Cam. I get it. Like I said, there's one part of me that understands he's a comedian and his job is not to be that dude. But if you're gonna take the onus and take it there, then you have to go all the way. You can't half-ass it.
Who says that? What rule does that say that? There's no rule that says that.
But
that's not a rule. But it's the fact is that this is a serious matter where if you're gonna take that mantle up, it's like if you're gonna be a leader, be a leader.
But who says being a comedian is a medium? That's my whole point.
It's not.
He spoke about it. He
took the responsibility.
You're basically saying, what, just because he said it, not all of a sudden he's supposed to put the back. He's supposed to.
No, I'm not saying he needs to be Malcolm X. But if he's gonna,
right now are bad racist right now.
Cam, if he's gonna take the mantle and use that stage as a way to voice the struggles of not only black people but minorities in general, especially lack of diversity in the Oscars and whatnot, go all the way. Don't half-ass it. Why do you have to half-ass it? There's no wrong in going all the way with that.
There's no wrong.
But where's the half-assing part? That's the part I don't understand.
I don't get that part.
You didn't feel he pulled back a little bit?
No, you're basically saying that this dude all of a sudden should now be the voice of a people.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying if you're gonna box, be a boxer. If you're gonna speak about certain issues, don't half-ass the issues. You sugarcoated some of the issues with the jokes. I get it. But
you can't make a joke out of it.
Wait,
that's his whole point.
Go ahead, Hope. Go ahead, Hope.
See, the point that I don't get from both Ant and Cam, other Cam, is that you guys are saying he's sugarcoating things by telling jokes, and he didn't come up and represent for everybody. Like, what is he supposed to do? Get up and just do his monologue as a speech of the crying against everything that's supposed to happen?
Can I tell you? Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Honestly, Pope, yes. You come on there and say there's about 100 black actors and only 3 or 4 got an award. You can't tell me we can't name right now 10 to 15 black actors that are awesome, amazing, and never get nominated.
But,
and at what point as enough's enough? This is not funny.
Yo, but
it's not funny.
Hold on. I get what Ant and Cam is saying, but at the same time, end of the day, Chris Rock is a comedian. He's not going to be up there. He's got to crack a joke. He has to make light of certain things.
That's Cam's point then, D. Don't talk about it then.
No.
Let
me correct myself. If you want to tell a joke, tell a joke, but don't take the sting out. I think he took some of the sting out of the underlying issues. You can joke about it and still hit a point.
I agree. He could have went a little bit harder on some of his topics.
You know how I really felt about his monologue, man. Some people were praising it like it was the greatest thing since I was like, man, that's how I felt. I felt like it was cool. It was all right.
Supposed to say this dude was cracking joke. He was talking about.
No, I'm not taking away from his jokes. It's cool.
No, I mean the stuff, but the stuff that he was talking about everything that was going on. He touched on basically all the stuff that's happening right now in his monologue. Like, what else was he supposed to say?
You know what?
It's not about what else he's supposed to say. I think the stuff that he was saying, he didn't say it. I just felt like it just didn't weigh. To me, to be honest, it's hard to explain. But from what he did, I wasn't impressed. That's cool. You scratched the surface. I think he just could have went further. I don't know what he could have said, but he could have said something different, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying.
That's just that's weird. That's like creating a problem that can never be solved, though. It's like you can feed me some food, but I just don't know what I want, and I'll never figure out what it's going to be want. But I'll never.
But it's like the are you not entertaining point? And then now, what's even funnier is like we're talking about just the black part of it. But like I didn't watch the whole thing, but I know there was like an Asian skit or something like that. And now he's getting blasted for this like, there's Asian offensive jokes in the Oscars. Now all the Asian people are mad about it, and it gets to that point where you're just like, are you not entertained? Like for some strange reason, for any minority that happens to be on the public stage, now you are responsible for the whole race to speak on every single issue that's going on.
That's not true. That's not true, Cam. It's not all minorities. It's only with black minorities. It's only with black people.
Asian and Latinos have their own issues, but I mean, and I can go more for black people. But again, it's just so funny because I'm like, I'm more curious though. Like, what did you expect? Not even to talk about the comedian aspect, because out of all the black comedians right now in America that are popular or whatever, he's probably the closest one you're going to get to even talk about political type of issues. So that's
cool, but
but my thing is like, what did you expect him to go up there? Like, every honky in here, fuck all you guys because
I'll tell you what I expected. I wanted it to be like uncomfortable to the point where somebody have been like, what's he talking about? Like, not saying it was like an inside joke, but to the point where like you're listening, you're like, wow, like I can't believe he said that on stage. Like, I don't think he really had those moments.
He brought up lynching in the midst.
Yeah, but that's common knowledge, Pope. Like, of course, like we know about lynching. I wasn't offended. He was talking. He made a comparison.
But the fact is, like, you don't normally hear comedians or anyone talk about that, like
in front of a room of white people.
In that setting, yeah, especially in the room.
You know what? I'll give you an example. Remember when he hosted Saturday Night Live and he brought out Eddie Murphy, and he said, without Eddie Murphy, Saturday Night Live wouldn't be shit? That's how uncomfortable I wanted him to make it. Like, he really told, that was his real honest opinion. He was like, y'all know, without Eddie, this wouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, he basically said that. He basically told all y'all not as funny as this guy. That was the kind of like point I was hoping he would try to resonate in a different spectrum on this level. He didn't do that. Like Dwayne was saying, he didn't like. Go ahead.
So you saying he said say 62, 63, and black people did not protest. Why? Because we had real things to protest. So wait, he says they're too busy being raped and lynched to care about who won best cinematographer. You don't really care when your grandmother's swinging from a tree. It's hard to care about who best documentary for falling short. That's not fucking uncomfortable.
But he also said this. This is the flip side. He also said that because we're caring about the Oscars, that they're not real issues out there. That's the underlying. That's what I got from it. I was like, there are real issues out there. We're not just talking about the Oscars because there's no real, like, nobody's getting lynched nowadays. The real lynching is people getting shot.
No, he was talking about in 1962. He said the reason why people weren't protesting back then because they were dealing with shit that they had other things to worry about at the time. He's not saying that now there's not shit to worry about.
But Paul, that's not fair because you gotta respect the struggle in all aspects. If somebody's a director who's black and put all their craft into it and not getting the recognition for it, it's just the same pain as somebody getting lynched. If it's racism involved in it, you can't compare. That's apples and oranges. That's not fair. A struggle's a struggle.
He's not saying. The thing is, like, I think people are taking it as he's making light of what's going on right now. what he was saying, he's putting in context of during that time in the 60s and 70s why
Yeah,
people weren't protesting the Oscars being all white because they were dealing with other shit. Like they were
Yeah.
focused on that.
And it,
That's
you're
what
and
it
it
right.
was, and
But
that wasn't even a
that got
joke. That
nothing
was
to do with
actually a more of a
2015.
statement. But it
but
wasn't even a joke. That the lynching part wasn't a joke. He was just saying as a statement, and that's what like, people took out of context. I thought that was interesting because
Oh, that
the
was
way
with
he,
Sean's that article, right? That he
yeah,
mentioned.
like he said it as a statement, not as a joke. And then that's the
Hmm.
part that everyone got like, oh, whoa, you
That
making
I
jokes
didn't take
about
Sean
lynching?
like that part. I didn't. I got that he was trying to make a part, but he also kind of took the fire out of what's going on right now.
but he
Exactly.
didn't know.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what
That's
I
what we
feel.
That's what we're talking about. The now, the lynch like D said, we already knew that already. We know that already. We talking about what's going on now. Whether if it's about acting, it doesn't matter. We feel that there's an injustice going on in the acting community. Then that's what it is.
But
I
he
think maybe I maybe misinterpreted because what I got from him saying that yeah the struggle was going on, we had bigger issues than the Oscars. There's bigger issues now, and I felt like he kind of dismissed the issues here in the sense that he made light of us. Not we care more about the Oscars than the people getting shot to Trayvon Martins. That like we should be taking up more arms
Well,
for that
through,
issue than
wait,
the
wait.
Oscars.
throughout the show, Cam, he did say he did even at the end he said Black Lives Matter. I think it's so hard. That's like what 5 minutes of him saying stuff, and he can't get in everything
No,
that he
I
really wants
understand.
to say. So
Yeah.
I mean, I get what everybody's saying is like, really, what do you expect him to do? And he did touch on certain topics.
Yeah,
Only thing on my end, I just feel like he could have made it a bit more uncomfortable. Because right after he followed up the lynching thing, he brought up Spike and Jada, and then he made a joke about Rihanna's panties. I felt like he should have. I mean, I guess that was kind of like the part where he took the sting out a little bit. But I
yeah.
just wanted him to keep on digging
Yeah,
and
that's
just
what
you know what I mean, like that.
that's
That's
how
the
I
only
felt.
thing that I kind of miss. I just wanted it to be a
Step
bit
on their
more like,
throats.
yeah,
That's
like
all.
I want to be at home like, ooh, like he really just said that. Like I was looking like, okay, he said that, but it
I
wasn't
wanted
to
the
the point
audience
where
to look like the Kendrick Lamar audience.
And if
It
people
was like
feel
us.
uncomfortable, oh well, because we all feel uncomfortable not getting nominated. How no not one black got nominated in almost like every category. Like yo,
you know,
it's
I didn't
ridiculous.
see that Will Smith movie, so I don't care. Like I
I
don't think Will
seen it,
Smith's a
but
good actor.
I didn't see it.
I've seen it. But
Nope.
when you got your son wearing panties and skirts, yo, you already got
Hey,
you're
I'm siding.
disqualified.
Hey, I'm siding with the. I'm siding with the. Hey, check it. I'm
Tell the
siding
truth.
with the real Aunt Viv.
Yeah, you're
I'm with.
disqualified for me.
I'm with the OG Aunt Viv, man. All right, man. Will Smith been dropping the ball lately. You know, maybe he just wasn't that good. Who knows?
Yo, they showed his production team. It was my majority. I mean, it was all white people, really
Yeah.
much, pretty
Yo,
much.
it was good,
For
but
but
yo,
the
Overbooked.
Yeah, yeah. Tell the
yeah,
truth.
I didn't.
I mean, even the Nina Simone documentary that was on Netflix that was dope. That was literally made and produced by all white people. Besides having there's
The
one
main
black dude
dude
that
is
was
a
part of
black
the
dude.
producers, and then the executive producer was her daughter, which is true. But everything else is all white folks too. So it's like it's just one of those things where again, when it comes to movies, like this isn't new, and it's true that this particular time that we have a platform to shout it out at the Raptors and all that kind of stuff. But it's like it gets to the point back where I'm saying like we're never satisfied, and it's like we're always, are you not entertained? It's basically every single time. So it didn't matter what Chris Rock said, there was no way he was going to please every single person, and that was the
No,
most
I get
inconvenient
that.
thing.
Usually he never drops the ball like that. To me, I think he kind of dropped the ball a little bit. I mean,
See,
he
but
started something,
see,
but he didn't finish it.
I understand where you're coming from, Cam, but I can't. I just can't rock with you because it's like you saying in one breath you're like he didn't say enough, he didn't do this, he should have came harder, but then you're like I understand he's doing it. Like
Okay, this is why I said it.
is he supposed to
Because
tell
no,
jokes? Is he
no,
supposed to
no.
tell
This is
jokes, or
why
is
I
he
said.
supposed
I
to come
said
out
you
there and
gotta
do
take that
a 5 minute
Yeah,
commentary?
mantle.
I think Cam is trying to say he took a bit of the safe route. It's like so you listen to a rapper and he just spits a decent verse, but you like yo he could have went
He could have
harder on
went
that
harder.
beat. Yeah, he
Yeah,
wasted that beat. I think that's what Cam is trying to say. Like he had a chance to go a bit harder and he pulled back a little bit. And I do think there was opportunities for him to say a little bit more. I'm not talking to the point of him starting to defend Asian and
Yeah, no,
Latino and like
I'm just
yeah
saying, like Chris Rock has made people uncomfortable on comedic stage. I felt like he just didn't do that with that stage, and I felt like he had a platform to do that. And I'm a little man by his performance. It was cool. I'm not, like I said, because he's a comedian, I look at him as a comedian. But once you go that route, just go all the way. There's no point. I mean, there's no problem with doing that. And I feel like he took a little bit out of it.
They should have had Paul Mooney do it then for all of this shit.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Look, they gonna have
Because Paul Mooney would have said the hardest statement of all time, but hey, they came across and we all would have understood what the hell he was talking about.
Yo, if Paul Mooney said it, it would have lost meaning because he would have sounded like.
Who cares, B?
He been in the old
Yo,
angry black
look on,
man.
real quick. When Tom was at our crib back in Yonkers and Paul Mooney was on, he was like, "Yo, D, can you turn this off?" And Tom is a white guy, and Paul Mooney was telling some
I felt
racist
bad.
jokes, and was like, "Yo, turn it off, yo. I don't want Tom to hear this." So come on, and don't be saying, "Nah, bring Paul Mooney up there." You uncomfortable with somebody literally in the room?
I get all right. Well, put it this way, D. He wanted to held back.
Of course not.
I think Chris Rock needs the spirit of Paul Mooney. We don't need Paul Mooney there.
Paul Mooney wanted to held back.
I think Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle would have said it and sipped on his juice, and we would have sat back like, "Oh crap!"
Or give it to my man. Damn, forgot his name. Cat Williams. Cat Williams would have said it how it was too. B. That's the man right there. B. Cat Williams the man. B. He'd have said that.
I'm looking up the Asian jokes that they said, and like one of Sacha Baron Cohen's jokes is way worse than anything that Chris Rock said the whole night.
Which joke was
He
that?
said when he was in character as Ali G, he's like, how come there's no Oscar from those very hardworking little yellow people with tiny dongs? You know, the minions. Like,
that was bad too. That was embarrassing too, man.
Yo, the article I'm reading right now about the Asian Facebook jokes, and like, you know, they got it worse than everything else we talking about right now.
Dude, that's Ali G, man. Watch one of his movies. Like Sacha Cohen's retarded, man. He's crazy.
That ain't nothing new.
Nope.
And he could defend himself and say I was in character.
But that's what they were saying. They're like, you know, you could make a joke on Asian people and it's minimized because everyone's talking about the black and white thing. So the Asian racist jokes are kind of like, that's funny. But anyways, let's talk about
honestly, I heard that joke, Cam, and I thought he was talking about the minions from the jump. So maybe that was my dumb self not realizing it was. I guess it was a attack for Asian people.
Word.
And maybe that's me being naive.
So I guess the bottom line on this topic, fellas, he was in a win-win, lose-lose situation, and then some people's going to agree, some people's not going to agree, and everybody has their own opinion. But at the end of the day, I just don't want people to start saying, "Oh, we complain too much." I don't want to hear that shit either, because damn it, if we feel a certain way, we feel a certain way, and that's just what it is. Point blank, period. If we gotta, here we go complaining because of social media. Yo, we don't like it. We don't like it. This is 2015. If we want to voice our opinion, we could do that.
Yo, and come to 2016 when you get a chance.
My fault. 2016. We still early in the game. We're still early. It is.
What did you say? You said 2015.
I said 2015. I'm still quoting 2015, man.
Wow.
It's still early in the game, man. My fault. 2016.
That's what you. It's all good.
When Ant was in high school, he'd be writing 2015 on tests back in the.
Yo, I thought about the same thing, yo.
2015, but well, 5 is my lucky number too, so I can't let it go.
Excuse me.
Jesus.
Lord excuse.
Yeah, but I mean, my thing is just like it's cool. It's cool if you're gonna argue and like complain about stuff, but just do something about it. Like the Black Lives Matter, I've actually gotten more respect for them over the last maybe 2-3 months because they've actually been taking more actual steps to do stuff. Like they're starting to put their names into like run for office and start to actually mobilize and do things as opposed to just like talking about things all the time, just being on Twitter or whatever. It's like that's cool. You want to huff and puff, but do actual things because like no one's gonna care about it if you don't actually put some put some pen to paper and do some stuff. Tell
that to Donald Trump.
Yo, man, don't talk about President Trump like that.
Donald Trump's doing everything you said we shouldn't do, and he up there.
We know you voted
for him. Social media got him up there right now. So
honestly, did you guys hear like David Duke and the KKK are endorsing him? Donald Trump,
100%.
Yep.
I don't understand how is this guy even in running? Like, why are people voting for this dude?
Did you hear his comments about how when the KKK supported him, he was like, I don't know who David Duke is. Yeah, you do, you liar. Everybody knows
Exactly.
who David Dewey is. You know who the KKK is, fool.
Donald Trump, Donald Trump is the biggest liar ever, yo. I'm going
Yeah,
top of that.
yeah.
He
John
just like,
Oliver pointed
awesome.
David. You guys catch that John Oliver segment?
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
Nah.
good.
Oh
It was
man, he
really
went
good.
on and I mean, but he goes back and forth. So he's a joke that he's become a serious threat, and we should have been taking notice once he started winning some of these big states, and he's gonna probably represent the
Well,
Republican Party.
I know he's gonna win South Carolina. As soon as they heard racist, they were like, "Oh, well, let's vote him in." So I
Yeah.
wasn't shocked about that state.
He's a good old boy.
Yo,
With a
man, I think people don't realize that your average person doesn't understand basic civics. And if you don't understand basic civics, something like Trump is easy to look at. Like, oh wow, he's a powerful guy. He's like, he speaks his mind. He's a good businessman. But you can easily dispel all those myths by just using Google. But it doesn't matter because the perception of Trump will
Nah,
trump what the reality is.
the thing about Trump is that he's been good at taking the fears of a quote unquote misunderrepresented uh, party and using that to fire up his base. On top of that, he portrays himself as the anti politician. So
Sound familiar?
he's just a regular guy,
Does that sound familiar to you?
and now,
Hell,
and now because of that, like these people are starting to relate to him, quote unquote, because he's willing to speak truthfully, quote unquote, against what regular politicians will only give them half truths. And now he's their champion for getting things back to where it was, getting America back on track. Because Fox News has spent the last 8 years saying that Obama's a terrible president and he's run his country into the ground. And now Trump is using that as a platform to show up all these votes behind him.
Sounds like
Yo,
a dictator
I'm gonna
seen kind of before.
if he wins and he represents the Republican, I'm gonna sit back, wait for the debates with him and Hillary. Then I'm also gonna sit back and watch his wife, aka stripper, talk, and I'm gonna let all of that come into light, and I think that's when he'll gracefully bow out this shit because there's no way in hell they're gonna allow me to just do that as a president of the United States, Donald Trump. I
yo,
swear to God,
and
it
I
can't
mean,
happen, yo.
we got
Same
8
thing
years
could
of George Bush, so I'm not.
It
I
can
thought you were gonna
happen.
sit back and say, yeah, I thought you were gonna say you're gonna sit back and buy a gun. I'll say, hey, we might have to delete this part of the podcast, but
Yeah.
like, I don't doubt it, man. Like, just like Cam was just saying, there are a lot of idiots out there. Not people that I know. I feel like in my circle, I don't know anyone who is saying they're voting for Trump. Like people that I could physically touch and talk to.
I know somebody.
None of my. You do?
Yeah.
Damn
Wow.
it,
Cut
Cam.
'em.
Put
Cut
blue in
'em.
your spot.
Cut them. They're not. They're blue pills. They're not a part of
Is
the.
it a friend? Is it a coworker?
Oh, as a friend, yeah. I've known him for well over a decade.
Snitch, snitch, baby, snitch. Come on, ooh.
Cut them. They cut from the team.
It's Cam.
Gots to go. Gots to go. You can't
Who is it,
just
Pope?
see.
It's Cam.
Table of truth. Table of truth. Cam, you voted for Donald Trump?
I know you ain't talking to me.
So he logged off.
All I'm saying
Yes,
Oh no!
yes.
all
Yes
I'm
or
saying
no?
is you guys
Yes.
need to accept the eventuality of Trump. That's all I'm saying.
What?
Yeah,
Well, I'm
What's
accepting.
wrong with you, yo?
Please,
Yo,
please
man,
explain
you got-
that what you just said just now.
Okay,
Yo.
Cam, sell me on why I should vote for Donald
No,
Trump.
no. I didn't say you should vote for him.
No,
I'm
listen
just
what he
saying there's more people that will vote for him than won't, and that's
Are you
that's
voting
my
for him?
opinion.
said. No, it's
I'm
not
not
about.
wrong.
It's not about Cam. What Cam is trying to explain, he was like, we got to worry about the people that don't vote.
Yes.
Because the people
That's what I'm
that
trying to
have
say.
votes that's going to vote that's for Trump are going to be there.
For
Now-
every one smart person that's not going to vote for Pope, there's Pope for Trump there's at least 10 to 15 people that will, and that's the reality part. So if that's the reality, so how are you going to fight that? That's the part you have to understand. That's what I'm saying. Like, there is way more people that are not into civics, that don't have basic understanding of those type of things. They're like, oh yeah, Pope. I mean, it's a Pope. See, give me Pope. Trump is a powerful person, and he's a good guy, and blah blah blah. But that's the one part about voting and politics that's interesting. Obama overcame that by getting galvanizing those people that don't normally vote, that were kind of like, holy shit, this guy's actually worth voting for. So they actually did that. Now, if no one does that for this election, then that's how Trump can actually get in office.
Yep. And
So
that's
to
what
all my smart intellectual people who listen to the podcast, please vote. If you have a shred of decency and common sense, go out, do the knowledge, read up on these politicians. And if you don't vote for Bernie or whoever, just don't vote for Trump, please.
That's all I'm saying.
Noam Chomsky said this dude is reminiscent of Hitler because he's feeding on the fear of American people on asinine propaganda.
Yo,
yes, and that's all it is too. Bunch of noise.
Trump is he's so dangerous because he's good when he's in a conversation. Because even in the debates,
yo, jeez, yeah.
In the debates, Marco Rubio was like, "Can you explain any of your points? Just give me one explanation of how you're gonna do this." And he was like, "Don't worry about it."
Nervous.
He was like, "Don't worry about it. I got this. I'll take care of it because I'm a winner and I do successful things. I'm great with words because I use big words and I understand these words."
He didn't say any big words though.
And that's why I said, fellas, let Hillary destroy him slowly and quietly, because he has to debate. He has to talk on certain things. His wife has to talk too.
No, she doesn't.
Trust me. No, yo.
Yeah, she does. If she's a first lady,
she has to talk. If she's a first lady, she has to talk about certain issues, and they're gonna ask her, "What is your opponents if you get into office?" I cannot wait to hear what she's gonna say when Bill Clinton comes on.
Bikini Day.
Yeah. So I think, fellas, you're right. He cannot get in, but 6 more months when it get real, when it's time for the real showdown, then you're gonna see all that bullshit rhetoric he was saying.
He is good for the media. They love putting him on. This is the only reason why he's still in the race. He's rated all day. And just like Pope said, what he said to Rubio, I'm going to handle it. Don't worry about it. Let that be any other candidate in the history of running for president. You know how quick you getting dissected? Like, yo, how you up there and not telling us what you're going to do?
So can I piggyback on this point, Dwayne?
Go ahead.
The fact that this guy, who's never been a politician in the political circles, is coming in and murking real politicians.
Word.
What's going on with those people? How is this guy leading? It's like me coming in, being whatever. Name something I have not done and just taken over and been a phenomenon at. And I would be embarrassed as a politician. I'm like, let this dude come in and just steal my shine. I'm really with this, and he not. He a businessman.
Yep, you're right.
But the thing is, what's his name was a businessman too. Mitt Romney. He wasn't a politician.
He went to the ranks though. It's like,
but he was like
Derek Fisher.
He served office in Boston though. Like it wasn't like he came out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Like Kerr, people used to argue Kerr, but Kerr was, he been in the front. He went through the ranks. He didn't just come off the bus stop and start coaching. This dude came out of a whole different field and started taking over. As a politician, I'll be embarrassed. They're like, what is going on?
That's how flawed politics is now. And I think going forward, there's no more of pleasing senior citizens with Medicaid, and you gotta take it a different route now because they're not gonna get you into office no more. It's the people that's hearing whatever Trump wants to hear, and he's satisfying their personal agenda, and that's why they love him. And that's how politics is now. They're gonna have to change it. Because even in his own party doesn't even like what's going on right now.
Son, so for you to mention that you are kicking Mexicans out, you're building a wall, like how, like this is not America from the 1920s. Like this is becoming a diverse country.
You know why? A lot of people feel that he's right, and that's why they voted for him. It's all about agenda.
What were you saying?
You talking about Donald Trump kicking Mexicans out of the country. I saw a video today at a Trump rally. They had a reenactment of Donald Trump fighting 5 Mexicans, yo.
Did he win?
Yeah, he was on top of a trunk, like roundhouse kicking it. Like he even had a dummy. He took a dummy and threw it off the truck, yo.
Wait, did he do it?
Nah, it was a guy dressed like him.
I was about to say, like that's.
Yo, Poe, I think his toupee is an alien, yo. That shit is alive, yo. I think his toupee is controlling everything, yo.
Honestly, for you to say I don't know who the KKK is, you should be disqualified.
Yeah,
See,
Yeah, quick,
but
quick.
that's his tactic, yo. When he gets put in a position where he doesn't want to answer it, he just says he doesn't know, or he just like changes the
Yo,
subject.
if I was on stage with him, yo, they would ask me, Dwayne, what are you gonna do about the energy, the icebergs melting throughout the world? Yo, Donald Trump, how are you telling us right now every single topic? I will bring it back to him in the KKK. I'm like, yo, how do you not know about the KKK?
Yeah.
And we ain't
It's
talking about your
impossible.
zipper, fool. We talking
Yeah,
about the real.
KKK on your zipper. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, look, the bottom line, people, go vote. Don't vote for Trump. Don't be an idiot. Read between the lines. Just do a little
Please.
research. If you don't understand politics, talk to somebody who does to explain it in layman's terms. Please
Yes.
vote. We do not want a repeat of
Yo,
another idiot behind office.
I am not joking. I mean, I'm leaving this country if this dude, if he becomes president. I'm not even
Yeah.
thinking twice.
You might
There's no
see
If
me with a
reason.
Steve
jet.
Jobs was alive, he would not stand for this because he's an immigrant.
Steve Jobs.
Skynet, we are alive. We will do something, dude. You can't have this guy in front of office. He'll put us to war. As soon as he get in office, something's about to happen. I'll be
Yo, yeah,
nervous.
I'm gonna bomb ISIS. America's gonna win again. I'm like, dude, like, what? Why are you talking reckless? I know
It'll be
Korea is just waiting to blow us up, Kim. They're like,
the
yo, you know
first
what?
casino.
We about to take
The
Cali off
first
the map.
the first casino in the moon, yo. He's gonna use 66 billion to put a casino in the moon. Have
Exactly.
all of us broke.
Word.
Yeah, can't have that, yo.
Yo,
Can't have
man.
that. Jesus, can you
Anyway,
imagine him swearing in with that toupee? Oh, that toupee. Fucking. Yo, that swearing, he might get sniped. And I even like. Matter of fact, let me shut up. If I get killed
Yeah.
tonight,
Yo,
the toupee assassins might come in here and kill me. Let me chill out. Let me chill out.
Yo, I mean,
anyway,
honestly, I thought George Bush was gonna get murked, and if he made it through his 8 terms, maybe Donald Trump could too.
I think even
Maybe.
Bushes are like, man, you gotta chill. Like even the Bush, like people are just like, man, you doing too
Yo,
much.
that's one ex-president. When I said got low, he got low. his his farm must be gated with machine guns. His ranch
Son,
must be yo,
Cloverfield 2 is about him, yo. That's him.
yo.
John Goodman, yo. Like 40 feet underground, man.
Yeah, Bush got low after office. You ain't never seen that motherfucker again.
Obama gonna get a Vegas show, bring back Soul Train.
Yeah, Obama's
Yo.
gonna write books and chill, yo.
Hey, Obama's
So
starting to just not give a fuck anymore. Like he gives a fuck, but he just starting to say
Starting
what he.
to.
I mean, he been doing it, but you know, you can sense it in his conversation nowadays. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
Obama's gonna light up on his last speech. All y'all niggas kiss my ass. Like the biggest American blunt and right off, yo.
Make it note. I didn't say the N word this time, fool.
Who was it?
Yeah.
Man can't help himself, yo.
Yeah,
Got his
I'm
kid
sorry.
running around.
Yeah. Kind of daddy are you?
Yo,
Hey,
did
I'm
y'all?
following.
Did anybody watch the Blackish show?
No,
No,
I
I've heard
finally
about the episode.
Yeah, it's a dope episode, man. Like,
I saw a clip about the where they talked about the Hope, and he had the
oh,
husband. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for those who hadn't seen it. I saw the clip. It was kind
What
of
show is
poignant.
this?
Blackish. I'm surprised you're not all over this show, Ant.
Nah, man. I
But
told
hey,
you.
to me,
My black power card hasn't been running for a while, man.
hey, hold on. To me, that was a good moment. But you know what? I don't want to jump off topic. With the dopest moment is when the different world where they talk about racism and Dwayne Wayne goes off in the jail cell talking to the
Yep.
guy that plays Superman. That was one of the most powerful moments I still remember to this day. Like, you know, nothing has topped that one like moment.
You talking about racism or just like powerful black moments on TV?
No, just that racism card. You know, when like that was like one of those. I guess you can encompass like a moment in television that like was a moment and race.
Yeah.
And
I don't
it
know,
kinda-
man. That Blackish episode is dope. That Hope scene is strong, man. That shit is real strong, B. Like,
No,
that's like
I granted, I gotta watch the whole episode, but I caught that monologue, and I was like, that's pretty dope.
Like
But
that's the best acting that Anthony Anderson's ever did in his life, yo.
Yeah, the episode was
Bet-
dope. That
Better
was
than
good.
Scary Movie 4 when he threw his grandmother down the
Yo,
down the
that
sewer.
shit was
Ain't
It was
horrible.
up
nothing
there.
beating
It's
that.
horrible.
Look what they did to my nana.
mm,
He threw a dummy in the
Nah, but it was a good episode because all the conversations they had in the episodes were all real conversations that's happened.
mhm.
And I thought that was dope. And like Blackish does a good job of taking black issues and making them safe for white people to experience. And like,
digestible,
oh, that's
chewable, as
interesting.
people like to say.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yo,
very Huxtable.
like when I first started watching Blackish, when I first heard about it, I thought it was stupid.
Yo, Pope, you got a gun to your head, man? Why you whispering?
Nah, cause
I'm messing with you guys.
Got that belt out.
sound, sound travels.
Yo, you got the door open? You got the door open with the side eye to keep it down door open?
Sound travels in my house, and my girlfriend's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Alright, continue.
when when fuck you, you cool.
Go ahead.
We miss you, man.
Yeah, I
Welcome
know
back,
it's
man.
so wild, bro.
Yeah, you gotta get your lashings, man.
You gotta get your lashes in, Pope. You know that.
Word.
It's only right.
That's the reason why I be going.
Oh.
Continue, Kunta.
You can't
And
vote.
we're back.
In the
Hey,
immortal,
he only has a lot of time, so we gotta get it all in right now.
in the immortal words of Ant,
Alright, yeah.
continue.
Continue.
Nah, I was saying when I first heard about Blackish, I thought it was stupid because one, I hated the name, and then I saw the trailer. I was like, ugh. It seems kind of. I thought they was gonna have like every episode him going through like, oh, I gotta make sure my kids have the black struggle, but it's not. It hasn't been that, and it's been like a more like nuanced look at like black families in this era, like in the social media, instant gratification of kids, like how you deal with being black in a high end job at work. It's like it's been a dope transition of seeing how the show has grown into what it is, and then that episode, the Black Lives Matter episode, was really dope. It's like Cam said, like all that conversation, they seemed like it was like an honest. It's like you looking into the window of a black family going through this shit. And it's not, they don't, to me, like, you say they dumbed it down and they made it so, like, it's okay for white people to do it. I thought, like, they was very direct with a lot of shit that they were saying.
Wait, maybe I think Cam's talking about in general the show, but maybe that episode was really direct, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah, they
Cam,
did a good job actually, for sure. Like that was the
What
first
you
time I
eating,
was
Cam?
Red vines.
no, but that was the first time that I thought they did a good job of like being a little bit more real as opposed to just like kind of whitewashing it or making it more palatable for the white audience because they do a lot of like a good example was like when they did the spanking episode. Like the spanking episode was good, but it was definitely a lot like softer about spanking for white people, so they can like, oh, okay, this isn't as bad as we thought it was going to be.
I don't think
They
so.
got the Jackson 5 movie. Only gotta look at him when he say get a switch. That's what they need to know about black spanking.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
I don't agree
the
because like
best black movie of all time.
in that episode they were talking about they were talking about spanking.
Pope, I ain't listening to him, yo.
Nah, real talk. The Jackson Mercury story. That's the best powerful movie of all time. I swear to God.
Okay, go ahead.
Yo, how you get robbed?
Yo, me and Ant had a running theme. Y'all would call him. All we would say to each other, VH1. VH1. Yo,
That's it.
you knew Jackson 5 was on. The American Dream.
Yo, that shit taught you how not to snitch. It taught you. Yo,
broke
it
the
taught
car?
you. Tito did daddy. Tito. It taught you the values of everything in that shit. Jackson 5, everybody, go see that. That's the hardest father of. Whew, he need to be my dad, B. All of them became rich, so he did something right.
It's true.
All of them. One of them.
Every
became
last one. All of them got chicken. All of them.
Wait, having chicken is your definition of rich yet?
That's money.
That's
Guap.
money.
Dinero.
Guap. Mucho. Shh.
Wow. All good. Do you want to jump topics? Talk about what the Apple thing, or
No,
you
I
want?
want to talk about Steph Curry real quick so I can hate on him before we
Mm,
switch to Apple. Yeah,
okay.
honestly, I'm joining Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas, Steven Jackson. Yo, man, this dude, I swear, now I feel like old timer, yo. I'm straight hating, man. And I know it. I'm like, yo, I
I can
honestly,
watch.
this dude pulled up. He pulled
D,
up from half court. Like
D,
this kid is
D,
incredible, man.
D. Stop. Let's let the Pope, Cam, people who don't are not as in tune as we are. How do you guys feel
Oh, watching,
about
yeah, Steph Curry.
Steph Curry?
From my highlights that I've watched, uh, dude look like he constantly has like he's on fire in NBA Jam. Like I've never seen him miss a shot, yo. I mean, I'm also looking at highlights, but this dude is always killing. Like, didn't he drop like 51 last week or something like that?
Yep.
Good job. That's almost on the reg now.
And like his whole team is like that though.
This week he averaged like 43.8 points a game.
Yeah.
I know. I'm going to get him in fantasy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's to the point where like, and we're talking about before at work actually, and we're saying like I watched both games, and you're right. It's like you're right. Like Cam, everything that Cam said in that paragraph of talking about Steph Curry, he's the light skinned wizardry, and he has
Hey,
cheat
hey,
codes
look,
and
if
all.
you ever see my nicknames, I
Yo.
gave him many nicknames. The Beige Mage,
All true,
Light
all
Skinned
true.
Sorcerer,
Yo, all true.
Defender. Dude, I swear to God, he has signed a contract with Lucifer Morningstar to be this damn good. I can't fathom how good this dude is. He making these Red Bones dudes is taking over the league right now, brothers. Like they coming out winning dunk contests. They shooting from half court. He making the game bad. Just like you gonna have brothers going out there shooting from half court saying Curry. Like, come on now. I mean,
Let it rain.
but on the flip side, these old farts need to stop. They need to stop it. I mean, come on. Phil Jackson need to stay off Twitter. Now, this
No,
is not
but
the
yo,
first.
that honestly, no, that was a good comparison.
No,
I don't think
this
he's.
is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say.
What do you say?
He said.
He
Go ahead,
said,
tell him, Cam.
we've seen. He said you haven't seen this before, and he said he brought up this dude named Chris Jackson. Now to Phil Jackson credit, and I remember Chris Jackson who changed his name to Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
Oh yeah, I remember that dude.
This dude was a monster. He wasn't on Steph Curry's level, but I also felt like he never got the opportunity because he kind of got blackballed in that witch hunt, being a Muslim and not supporting
Stand up for the national anthem.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could have been Curry, but he was damn close. My comparison to Curry is like Pistol Pete Maravich because he can create and score hella points and kind of like a Steve Nash type dude. The dude is unreal. To me, in my eyes, he's the best shooter I ever seen. I don't need to see a career.
How many Pistol Pete games you watch, man?
You go back to watch the highlights. He was one of them dudes, man. I'm serious. I went back and started watching who he compares to. I actually did this, and I watched Pistol. I was like, this dude is like Pistol Pete. Like, he just a wizard with the ball. Like, I ain't seen nobody like him. Like, but to sit here and say you got to play defense, granted, defenses need to start realizing that half court is a real threat to him. Like, you can't just, like, let him cross half court anymore. Check him at full court. Like, do something. Get the ball out of his hands. Don't let him shoot any half court. He real with this. He really do this type of stuff. And you can't even do this in a video game. He doing real shit. Like, it's unreal.
Yeah, it's crazy. You saw that 2K thing when they tried to do what he did and couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. Somebody need to check his birth certificates because he ain't from here. He ain't from here. I'm serious, man. It's getting to the point I'm like, come on, bruh. Like, seriously? People just looking. When he throw it up, they just put their hands up. Like, whatever. It's going in now. And Oscar, Big O, all of them need to shut up.
Yo, Big O averaged a triple-double, man. Come on.
Yeah, but he ain't doing what Steph Curry doing.
There was no three-point line when he was playing, man.
Nah, but someone was like, he was doing a triple-double against, like, the Milkman, like, He was like, he would play against a dude, and the dude, his next day job was the milkman.
I don't care. That's like saying Roy Jones played
But it's
against
true
bus
though.
stop
It's
dudes.
super true.
Hey, it's true,
well,
but that's what it
Cam,
is.
back in those days, those people, as a basketball player, you had a second job though, yo.
Exactly. That's why I was kind of like, all right, that's messed up to say it, but it's kind of true though.
It's not like Floyd Mayweather was fighting butchers and mailmen and
Hey,
and line chefs.
people got right, he was fighting the bus boy.
Now that's Roy Jones.
Hey man, on the real, the dude devils in blood magic. I've been saying this since day one. He's not human.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from him. Like, I've never seen this before. I'm joking with the hate stuff. A little bit of me wants to say this is like perfect timing, and I guess you could say that with anything in life. But I do agree with the statement about defense. I can't even name a defensive team in the NBA anymore. Who plays defense anymore?
Spurs. But he make them look silly.
That's true.
He made he made the Kauai Islands look like a vacation resort.
Well, we'll see what happens in the playoffs, man. Because if they don't win this championship, and they break the Bulls' record, they about to be up there with the New England Patriots of 07.
Oh, you know me and you about to hate.
Oh, of course.
The hate will be real.
What's their record now?
I think they got like 52-5 or something.
Damn.
But now, my thing is though, if they do break the record and they do win a chip, they two-peat. So now, what else do they need to do to solidify themselves in that realm?
Win
like,
3 in a
it's
row.
kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the LeBron thing. Like it's like, he's not the greatest until.
You know why I can't say that? Because the era that they played in, the team that they played against, the way that the rules have changed, it's hard to compare them to a Chicago team where it was much tougher to win a championship. It was just the style of play was different.
To me, look, if Brady is the greatest of all time in my eyes, and I hate to admit that, and he playing a different era, but he still get it done. What these boys is doing, I don't care. Look, the era could change, but it's still hard to win 82 straight games. They only lost 5. I don't care what era it is.
Not when you scream at somebody out the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Ann is saying, remember this year they also changed that back-to-back rules. There's a lot more. It's a little bit more lax compared to the schedule back in those days, and that's not even talking about the physical play of basketball. Like,
what do you mean back-to-back?
Back-to-back scheduling.
Yeah, like back in the days, they didn't care. Like nowadays, you can only get a certain amount of back-to-backs in a certain time frame. So they're giving players more time to rest. They didn't want to like tire them out, which is great for the players and it's great for the league because it makes the games better. But I sent Ann a clip. Like Chuck and Shaq were talking, and they were like, "Yo, if I was playing today, I would just touch Steph Curry up, like touch him up, give him a little bump, like kind of knock him off his horse." But in today's game, you really can't do that.
Right, he's protected by Lucifer. I'm telling you, man. You guys remember Indiana Jones, that
one
wizard?
thing I want to say, and then we could. Shut up, yo. One thing real quick. I just want to say how the game has changed. Like, Steph Curry is getting praised for shooting as a point guard, but Allen Iverson got murdered. He had to put on a suit when he was doing the same thing. That's all I want to say.
Hey, I said the same thing. People was like, who better, Iverson or Curry? I was like, man, peak Iverson was giving the business without a Jimmy like Curry. I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't want to sound like I'm a curmudgeon because what Curry is doing is unreal. His percentage, I hate when people bring that percentages shit up to solidify him as one of the greats because, the eye test is me. When I look at Jordan, he did it all, both ends of the floor, and I always bring up that 87-88 season where he won Offensive Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year.
So
I've never seen it. I mean, that's just stats. People saying people lost their mind. People had short-term memory and they forget. Jordan was one of those dudes. Kobe was one of those dudes. But Curry right now might statistically have the best offensive season I've ever seen. He's already the best shooter I've ever seen. Somebody put a meme up and said, best shooters of all time, Stephen Curry, police. I was like,
yeah, I saw that meme. That meme was funny.
Yeah,
Chris Rock should have said that.
Yeah.
God, Good lord.
Yo, the Spurs are 50-9, and they're not. They don't have the best record in the league. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What's even crazier is the Warriors only lost 5 games, and they only separated by a couple from the next team. You would think anybody that has that kind of record would be like
Run
15
away.
games. Yeah, no, the Spurs right behind the ass. And they technically can also break it too. But that's neither here nor there. These beige brothers, we need to check their light skin card because it's getting out of hand. And I'm gonna start a petition. Like every team should have a light skinned wizard because congratulations, Warrior fans, you've got the most hated team in America now because you got wizards on your team and no one likes wizards on your team. I don't know what's going on. I got these boys together, but this is getting ridiculous. I'm tired of seeing them win all the time, shooting half-court shots, laughing and jiving. I'm cool. Forget y'all. I'm through with y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all.
All right. Let's change topics and then wrap up. Kim, I mean, I'll give you authority to talk about Apple and this case with the FBI.
All right, let me first say I do not represent my company. Views and thoughts do not reflect my job. But I would also like to say that I'm liking that Apple's holding to their guns and protecting, I guess, quote unquote, the people's interests.
Obviously, you would say that, but go ahead.
No, I'm outside of that. I mean, privacy thing. I mean, we deal every day with privacy. Privacy is our biggest issue. We always complain about Facebook giving too much information and all these social networks having access. And Apple, quote unquote, took a stand on that. Granted, the gravity of the situation of the FBI wanting access to technology that can go in and get information from your phone, that's a big deal.
Mhm.
You know, and that not only pertains to me being an employee of Apple, but also the people who own iPhones or any type of phone technology to have that information or that technology out there to the government. That's just giving them more power that they don't need. We need to set boundaries. And recently, a judge was ruling in their favor, voting for Apple to stand their ground. So, you know, I'm rocking with it. I support it. I'm all about having privacy because, you know, I hate when my information is already out there, but I don't need more, even in the hands of another hierarchy or authoritative power that can just go in any time and have this potential power. Remember in Batman, Lucius Fox, he was like, you know, he gave him that tool to see, or some crazy ass weapon where you could see or predict or kind of see where crimes in. It could go through the nexus, and he didn't like it, but he allowed it. You never know, man.
He was able to listen to everybody's technology.
He was
He was waiting for
people's cell phones.
waiting for somebody to say the Joker or something.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I personally feel this is a good thing, regardless of the situation, because I don't know, man. I can't have my phone being able to be accessed. It's already enough that Apple got everything in there, and they have the technology to do that, but they don't do that. That's just off limits, and I wouldn't want any other authority outside of Apple who owns the phone to give that power and authority to somebody else. Just be looking at my phone like that, you know?
Yeah.
For some reason, I feel like the feds are lying. Like they already had this information, and they're just trying to do something in court to get something passed. But I agree. I don't want my information out there, man. Like, how can you take it? And granted, they're saying it's for national security, but yo, it's just one of the chances we have to take, man. I'd rather my stuff be private
one of the
than be
articles I read
broadcast.
was like one of the articles I read was like he's Australian. He was talking about the situation. He's like, wait, I don't understand. So these people killed these people and actually injured other folks, and so you're telling me that the part that you guys are worried about is the phone, not the weapons they use. And he was like, and he basically made a whole blog about that. He
Great
was like,
point.
and he was like, wait, so you're telling me that you guys are focusing on the phone, but you're not even talking about the weapons that were used to kill these people? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, but that's America, if you want to put it in that respect.
Yo, every day I'm hearing things that get hacked every day, man. And like D said, I think this government is already in it. If they want your shit, they could just do it without asking you because they're the government, and who's gonna tell them no?
Apple?
So,
That's who told him no.
well, I think if they want to override Apple, they can do that too, man.
Exactly.
Long as you paying Uncle Sam them taxes, we got you, man.
Who
So
do kids even know who Uncle Sam is nowadays, man?
Nope.
probably not.
A family member you want no part of.
Yeah.
Damn that uncle.
Uncle Sam.
Not. Oh,
What was
indeed.
that?
Skynet.
We
I
just
don't know.
we just got
FBI
hacked.
trying to get us stuff.
That was government coming in.
They got somebody got a gun to Cam, yo. They tell him to talk when he can. Go ahead, say something. Good thing. You've been too
I'm reading
quiet too
from
long.
I'm reading from a cue card right now, fellas.
Oh man.
All right, well, we're about to
Save
give
me.
our final words. So we're gonna let Pope get the first final words before we head out of here.
AKA Young Naughty America. Get him, Pope.
Welcome back, Pope.
Yo, what up, fellas? Uh, I guess my final word is I'm back. I'm glad to be back. It was fun. I haven't done this in a while. I'm trying to be back a little bit more often. Life is a little crazy, and you gotta kind of take risks in life. You never know what's gonna happen. It may be good, may be bad, but if you don't do it, you may regret not doing it. So take risks. That's my final
Holla,
word.
Ugly
holla.
truth. And who's
Second,
next,
Delta
Lab?
Cam.
All right, Cam, what's your
Which
final
one?
word, man? Cam from Brooklyn.
Final word. My final word is a simple one. I think a lot of times we expect, I say we as in our black culture folks, as a black people, we always expect uh, our stars and politicians and all these different types of people to be on these public stages and to speak at every single issue that's affecting the black community. And a lot of times it's just super unrealistic. And it's like not every single person is going to be this activist that you want them to be. And that even goes down to even a smaller part with Kanye and his new album where everyone had all these like crazy expectations of what he's supposed to be doing or what he should be saying or he should be more like Kendrick or whatever, as opposed to just being like, oh, this is the Kanye album. You like it? You don't like it? That's it. Keep it moving. So I think these unrealistic expectations that everyone has about Black America, especially Black America that are in the public eye, just gets to the point where it's like almost hypocritical and just counterproductive. So it's just like, yo, man, let people be who they're gonna be, and then just take it as face value and keep it moving. But yeah, that's my final word.
Yeah.
Well said. You want to go last day, or you want me to go?
No, I could go. Yeah, my final word is actually about Kanye's album. Like I gave it a few more listens, and honestly, to me, it's just running in gym music. Like I told Ann before, the production's incredible, but that whole I had sex with a model who bleached the asshole. Am I now an asshole? I want to know how many bad chicks are in Equinox. Can we fuck in the middle of the ground? I can't relate to the man anymore, yo. And I think to touch on what Cam was saying, I don't know if people were saying be like Kendrick, but I think they want him to be who he was. Like I feel like Kanye is now trying to be what everybody else wants him to be. Like I think musically he was setting the stage and setting the bar. Now it's more like, well, I'll do this on my album or I'll add this person to my album. I think he's kind of lost in that aspect, and homie needs some new ghostwriters. And lastly, I just want to say rest in peace to my man Tony Burden from Rocky, aka my man Duke, Apollo Creed's trainer. Yeah, aka throwing the damn towel. That dude's the man, yo. Rest in peace, yo. One of my
Some peace,
favorite.
B.
I was gonna say movies, but one of my favorite trainers in movies.
Rest in peace.
No pain, no gain.
All right, my last word as we ended Black History Month, I had on my stepson. He do a research on black people every day, learn about our history, and he must have wrote about at least 20 reports. I had him do one every day after
Now I know
school,
he don't like you, man, but go ahead.
and he didn't, and but it's funny. He actually got offended by it because he told his teacher. He questioned the teacher, why haven't you told me about this? And the teacher was
Mm.
like, well, it's not in the curriculum. So the teacher got it back at us. And I told him, don't feel ashamed for what you told the teacher. There's nothing wrong with that. They have curriculums, but I'm glad that I got his brain to open up a little bit. And he's asking me a lot of questions like, why don't we know this? Why are they talking about this? So I say that is because if we start now with our young generation, these kids, I'm telling you, man, it works. They're gonna want to learn more. They're gonna want to suck it all in, and they're gonna want to do it their own research.
Pause.
So now, Pause. So now he wants to look up. He's doing research now without Black History Month. Now is every day. It's fun for him to do this every day now, and there's so many people. I'm learning stuff from him. So I just want to just tell all the parents out there, man, with the kids, please start at a young age and pound them to death. Pause, man. That's it. I had to end it that way, but yeah,
Yo, sorry.
it's okay. I hate that pause crap. But yeah,
Yeah, but pound them to death. You had no choice right there, man.
I had no choice.
Hey, yo, what microphone are you using, man? The Howard the Duck 1900, man? What kind of quacking is going on over there, man?
He
That
got,
ain't me.
he got that Radio Shack joint.
Word, damn, Radio Shack closed, man. You still got that? Yo, you
That ain't
left
me.
you left out Cali Cam, man. He didn't say his final word.
I know, and you know where I work at, right? So if you need help with the computer,
Android, yo.
I'm Android man.
Android.
I'm a droid.
My final word, I was going to talk about
You're a droid.
how the NBA should make wizards illegal and light-skinned brothers that can shoot illegal. And voting, but I think I kind of touched on it earlier. So I'm going to talk about Prince and his shenanigans. Prince had no, I'm just saying. Look, I didn't get to see Michael Jackson live, and I saw Prince once, but I got a gripe with Prince, and Prince just throws shows out of the blue. Like, I can't imagine being his road manager, and Prince is like, hey, I'm going to Oakland. For what, Prince? Hey, I'm going to throw a show. When? Tonight, blouses. You know, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, can you give a brother a warning? Like, I can't ever make a Prince show. And I want to piggyback off that and say rest in peace to Denise Matthews, one of my all-time 80s West, one of the finest women ever. Vanity Apollonia. She was beautiful.
Yes.
Sad to see one of my top crushes go way
She's
too
in
soon.
seventh heaven right now.
Yeah. She with all the fine, light-skinned girls upstairs in heaven. I hope she rests in peace. But I want to shout out anybody that was growing up in the 80s. Remember her from The Last Dragon. Remember her from her Prince collaboration. Action Jackson. She was the one. And if she would have acted right, I would have acted right. Don't get it twisted. But I love her. I mean, I love her to death. She was one of them 80s babes, even though I was youngin'. But she could have got the right now. But hey, rest in peace to Denise Matthews and Prince. Get your shit together, man. They'll just be dropping shows like as soon as you would come into the city, be like, hey, I'm here, showtime. Forget that. Give a brother a warning.
I drop it when I want to drop it.
Blouses.
Quack, quack, quack,
Oh, what you said, alien? Yo,
Yo, Dwayne, he got that Stone Cold mic, yo.
word.
Hey, can I give you my order?
Word.
Yeah, you go to man.
Can I give you an order? Can I get two of them things?
Oh yeah, but this disclaimer, I'm still getting over my cold, so my voice ain't 100% yet. So I apologize, y'all.
Excuses.
Jeez, man,
What's
what's
more
my
Barry
second
White instead
milestone?
of Jorge at the
And
drive-thru?
here lies Ant. I'm dead. I'm not really dead. Like, how many excuses do you have, man?
Yo, is it? Yo, listen, I'm sorry, my book is Infinity, man. Yo, I got Donald's can't even read my shit. It's okay, man.
Damn, yo. Can't help yourself.
Righteous. I'm glad Voltron is back for a day, at least today. So,
Voltron. Oh, us. I was like, damn, man, talking about Thundercats. They brought back Voltron? My fault.
nah.
They are bringing back Voltron, though.
Had a blonde moment right there, yo.
Thank you for coming on, Poe.
You heard Dwayne?
What you said, Samuel L. Pope?
I said they bring a motherfucking Voltron back on Netflix, motherfucker.
They are?
Yeah,
A new one, or is it the old school one?
a new one.
Oh, shit.
Child was
guys.
back on.
It's been another great episode. Happy everybody could log on. We got kind of heated with the Oscars, but that's what we do, man.
That's what we do, man.
You need that.
And everybody, go vote. Real talk. Don't play.
Yeah.
Don't play, man. Two-pay gangsters is coming for you. Yo, if he gets in, we all gonna buy a toupee and we gotta wear it for a week.
Why?
Toupee gangsters,
Hashtag
B.
toupee gangsters.
Toupee gangsters is coming for you. If you don't vote.
Why would we have to wear it for a week?
Just to honor him, yo.
Nah, man.
I will buy me a fake fur or a toupee and rock that shit, B. I swear to God, yo.
I honor Trump becoming president by moving out the country, yo.
I will wear one, yo.
I'm telling you,
yo, start an underground resistance, man.
Yo, if Trump become president, America is going to be the chief export of America, yo. Because there's bad people leaving.
The dollar value is gonna drop. Everything, yo. Casinos is going up.
No, it's gonna be scary, man. I don't think people realize how dumb this guy is. And who's gonna be in his ear?
Can you, Donald? I would have never thought a nigga from The Apprentice would become the president of the United States, yo. This is like hilarious, B. This is.
hey, believe it. We had a movie star.
Yo, why you sent me this Cam picture? I can't stop laughing, man.
Huh?
I just looked at the WhatsApp and I see Cam smiling. Like, what is this, yo?
That's when he was late.
That's a 2-for-1 drink picture right there.
You know me, King, of just taking somebody's face and making it a meme, so I'll do that quick.
It's fucked up.
All right, y'all. It's been real. Love y'all. Stay up. Stay
Holla.
educated. Peace.
Peace out, fellas.
All right.
100.